Shane Woewodin made his debut for East Fremantle as an 18-year-old in 1995. However, he missed out on getting drafted in the 1996 AFL draft. After another season with East Fremantle, Woewodin was invited to train with Melbourne in the 1997 pre-season and impressed enough to be drafted as a 20-year-old in the 1997 pre-season draft. He had a good debut season, playing every game and earning a Rising Star nomination. Starting as a running halfback before moving into the midfield, he finished 8th in the Rising Star as Melbourne won the Wooden Spoon. Woewodin showed natural improvement in his second season under new coach Neil Danaher, kicking one of the goals of the season.
Kick comes up to half-back. Woewodin, good turn of speed through some pretty heavy traffic, couple of bounces, fancies himself. Oh, lovely ball. Still Woewodin. Woewodin from half forward, kick it, Golson! Oh, goal! Great footy!
In his third season, he once again played every game for the Demons and finished second in the D's 1997 Best and Fairest to David Schwartz by 1 point. However, no one predicted his breakout season as a 23-year-old in 2000. Starting the pre-season at over $200 to win the Brownlow, he progressed a long way with his side. The D's went 14-8 in the home and away season, which placed them third after finishing third to last in 99. Woewodin once again played every game and improved his average disposals from 16 in 1999 to 22 in 2000. Surprisingly, he was behind teammate Stephen Powell, who averaged 23. However, back then this was more impressive as he finished 10th in the AFL for total disposals. Under the guidance of Neil Danaher, the Demons won their quarter-final versus Carlton and won the prelim final against the Kangaroos, thanks to 8 goals from All-Australian small forward Jeff Farmer. Melbourne booked their place in the grand final and faced an impossible task of beating Essendon, who have only lost one game all season. That brings us to the 2000 Brownlow medal count. Favourites were Scott West of the Western Bulldogs and Carlton's Anthony Koutoufides, who won the AFL MVP award. However, Woewodin had an unbelievable start to the season, amassing 13 votes by round 8, already beating his total of 12 career Brownlow votes. By round 15, the votes had evened up and Scott West was narrowly leading, followed by Woewodin, Hurd, Ratton and Koutoufides. In a tense final few rounds, Woewodin received a crucial best on ground, 35 disposal and 4 goal effort to take the lead. However, Scott West matched Woewodin with a 33 disposal best on ground to take the lead into the final round. As MVP, Kuta was injured in the final round and it was between West and Woewodin. Only West was expected to pole leading disposals in a loss. However, the Demons had a 70-point win, with Woewodin receiving 17 disposals. West only received 1 vote to level with the now Brownlow medalist Shane Woewodin. Sadly for the Bulldog, Woewodin received 2 votes to win his Brownlow outright, making his childhood dream come true.
And therefore I have much pleasure in declaring Shane Woewodin is the winner of the 2000 Brownlow medal.
The young West Australian struggled through the grand final after suffering a hamstring injury early on. It would be no surprise that Essendon won by 60 points in one of the most dominant seasons of all time. He deservedly won the Melbourne Best and Fairest, but wasn't selected as an All-Australian, becoming the first Brownlow medalist not to make the All-Australian team. This has since been matched by Sam Mitchell and Matt Prudis. In hindsight, it's easy to say the 2000 Brownlow medal should have been Scott West. However, it was Essendon who dominated the count. They amassed 116 out of a possible 132 votes. This meant the star of the team, James Hurd, and the Centurion goal kicker, Matthew Lloyd, had to share the votes, as did the dominant Koutoufides, with Brett Ratton, who led the league for disposals. Sadly for Woewodin, his career would never reach the same heights. He received the same amount of disposals as he did in previous seasons and finished outside the top 10 of Melbourne's 2001 and 2002 Best and Fairest. After 2 disappointing seasons, Woewodin was traded to Collingwood for a first round pick. This came as a big surprise to him as he was holidaying in Mauritius. Despite being contracted to Melbourne, he was on a large contract after winning the Brownlow and Melbourne wanted to use that money elsewhere. However, they were still willing to pay part of Woewodin's contract with the Pies. He returned to form for Collingwood, receiving 12 Brownlow medal votes as the Pies made the 2003 Grand Final. As the Pies slipped in 2004, Woewodin maintained good form, placing second in the Copeland Trophy behind James Clement. As Collingwood once again struggled, 2005 will bring to the end to the 29-year-old's AFL career. He was only selected for 15 games, playing under 20 games for the first time in his career. He was never known for his pace, but a perceived lack of speed meant Collingwood opted for younger midfielders, and he was delisted at the end of the season. The durable midfielder failed to find another AFL club for 2006. He played 200 AFL games over 9 years and still holds a record for the most amount of games after 8 seasons. Woewodin is now regarded as an undeserving winner of the Brownlow. However, I believe his win just displays the unpredictability of the first 20 years of the AFL era. The average Brownlow medal winner was on 23 votes. However, since 2010, it's moved up to 30. Today, there's been a clear switch to bias the stars of the game.